Well, hi everyone, and greetings from Iringa in Tanzania. I'm Andrew, and married to Miriam, and we're here with our three kids, Ben and Sam and Bethany. Two main projects that we're working on at the moment. One is a water and sanitation project in a village called Kiwere. It's a village about 45 minutes away from where we live. People having real struggle accessing water to drink. Up to now, people walk an hour and a half to 2 hours to the river to fetch water, which takes up most of their it can take up most of their day. So we're working on a gravity water supply for that village, which is bringing water from a place higher up, and there's 9 kilometers of pipeline which is bringing that water by gravity into the village. So the other main project that we've been working on is our fuel efficient stoves project. In this project, we train groups of people through local churches, but groups which are open to the whole community, how to make these stoves, which are made out of clay, and they reduce the amount of firewood that's used, which is good for the environment, and it saves women's time fetching the wood, and it reduces the smoke as well. So if you could pray especially for the Monga family, this is a family that work with us. They're our reps up in Mwanza, which is on the other side of Tanzania, on Lake Victoria. Tim and Rachel and their girls, Amista and Louisa. Tim actually just lost his father just a week ago. He'd been sick with cancer. It's a tough time for them as a family, so please just pray for God's comfort for them. The other one for our projects, the stove project we're doing in its current format is actually finishing in end of August this year, and then we're looking at doing something new, but building on what we've done with these stoves groups. And then the other one I would ask for prayer for is would be just for myself and Miriam as we lead EI in Tanzania. It's an exciting time for us. We're trying to develop things and move things forward. So thank you very much for your prayers. We do really feel well supported by you guys. Thanks for that. It's such an encouragement to know that you're praying for us, and we look forward to being in touch soon.
Yeah, it's good to be in contact with people again at Emmanuel. Last month, we had just over 1,200 visits from people who'd come into Weber Street. During that month, there was about 30 odd gospel conversations that we had with people. And then there was just over 50 what we call personal conversations that we have with people. We have a regular Bible study on a Wednesday lunchtime, and last month there was about 35 odd people who came to that Bible study during the course of the month. We also run a medical clinic twice a week, and we had just over 10 people visit that. One of the things that has come to our attention over the last 2 or 3 weeks is the numbers of people that we have got coming into Weber Street, using our services, seeking help with mental health problems. So we're working with the homeless mental health team in order to get them the help that they need and they require. But it's quite a challenge. In terms of prayer, there are three items that I'd like to share with you. I spent 3 weeks in Los Angeles last year with a colleague of mine, and I came back with some ideas. And one of those ideas was to have an accommodation project, particularly focusing on trying to help some of the EU migrants, particularly those who are actually in work and trying to keep down a job whilst actually being on the street, which is virtually impossible. And then finally, to pray for the staff and the staff team. It is easy to get discouraged because you don't see an awful lot happen. So just pray that God would continue to encourage us, and also that God would open our eyes so that we can see what He's actually doing in people's lives. So yeah, I just want to thank you. Thank you for the prayer support and the financial support from Emmanuel, and for the real difference that is making to the ministry at Weber Street and in people's lives. And it's something that we don't take for granted, and we're very grateful for.
Hello, my name's John Trend. I'm the Director of Oxygen. It's great to be talking to you at Emmanuel Church again. We've started a neat project with the local authority, which is really working with young people who are out of education, so come to end of their school year, their school time at 16, and don't really know what they want to do next. The other thing that's happened recently is we've appointed Charlie Bamford as the coordinator for street pastors. I know not many people are aware, but street pastors is managed by Oxygen. The other thing that we're really excited about is a new head of youth work, Rory, who joined us in September.
Hi, I'm Rory Brown. I'm the new head of youth work at Oxygen. I'm responsible for overseeing all of our projects, but one that I'm kind of really in charge of at the moment is church network building. So we want to offer churches a lot more support. We want to look at different resources that we can give you. We want to be able to give you a lot more time, give the workers that you have at the church a lot more time to talk through youth situations, youth areas. We want to be able to offer training, and really we want to hear from you guys to know exactly what it is that you want from us as Oxygen.
We're seriously investigating the option of setting up a charity shop, and we're hoping that something like the charity shop will enable us to draw on the support in the community, but also to give us that strong foundation on which to build. The other bit we'd like some prayer for is the charity shop and that going ahead, but also discernment and wisdom in making decisions about what contracts and what funding streams we go for. It's just to ensure that we don't water down any of our beliefs and our values around sharing the gospel and demonstrating Christ's love to young people that we meet. The other thing we'd love for you to pray for us about is the team. Obviously, those people need funding, but it's harder to get funding for staff members. So your prayer and your financial support for that is really appreciated. And I know that Emmanuel has been consistent in giving us the support that we need. And I just really am so grateful to Emmanuel Church for all the support you give us. And I want to thank you for that.
Hello, Emmanuel. It's wonderful to be able to do this. One of the wonderful things about being here is that there are so many Muslim immigrants and such an opportunity to be able to share the gospel with them. I've been asked to share about 2 projects with you. The first one is one that's been ongoing, and you've probably heard about that, and that's called Stories and Sweets, and that is with Libyan women. And we meet together every week for coffee and for cake, and also to talk about Bible stories. What it comes down to is that they prefer it to be me telling the story in Arabic, which is a huge challenge to me, but we get it done just about every week. And the discussions that follow on are wonderful. However, lately there has been increasing opposition from the women, I think because they're being touched by what they're hearing. But more and more they're starting to say, oh, we don't want to do this, we want to discuss other subjects. But when they're given the opportunity to discuss the subjects or to choose the subjects, they don't actually do so. So it comes back to me, and I, of course, choose to do a Bible story again. The other project is a women's cafe once a week, where we will be in the north of the city and opening up a women's cafe for a couple of hours. I am the Arabic speaker. There hopefully will be somebody who can also speak Urdu who will joining us. And what we really hope is that we will meet women who want to know about Jesus and introduce them to the Lord in that way. Pray for the launching of the cafe. That's going to be a new thing. Pray as well for the stories and sweets, that the opposition would not discourage us, that it may actually be seen as something that will encourage us to keep going, because God is at work in the hearts of these women. In this city, there are quite a few of us who have a real heart for Muslims. Pray for a real sense of working together in this harvest field. I am so thankful for you that you are doing this gift day, because I will tell you a secret. Financially, living in the north of England is tough compared to living in North Africa. And so I really, really appreciate even this practical partnering together for the gospel. I am so, so thankful for you. God bless you all. Thank you.